Hello, and welcome back to Soulstorm LP. Of course, game operator and narrator Soul. Welcome back to the Pegasus expedition. Well, where we left off, things are looking a little bit bleak still. We're just still recovering from losing Bo to what is essentially the flood, or the biomass, I guess you could say. So that's always interesting. On the bright side, we have a whole lot of minerals, and I think it's time we actually take a tour around our system and make sure that we are actually maximizing the benefits of everything we have. So, well, it's going to take about 5 more turns before everything comes online. Our rare earths we need to bring up is we need 1,000 of that in order to decontaminate Bo and then start again. Let's have us a look. Let's tour around and see what we got. Okay, we have everything being utilized here in Zaire. How about Zaka? Everything better be utilized here, or by gosh, I'm going to be upset. It is indeed. Of course, we have weak magnetic fields, which is also something I was looking at. We literally have the tech in place to get magnetic shielding corrected and even hostile wildlife corrected. So I think that's after we get our next flagship unlocked. We're going to focus on this and actually unlock the rest of some of the planets that we have in our systems. But that just makes sense. Let's take a look at Okao, which is one that we took, but we never actually bothered to even have a look at afterwards. And there's actually an industrial outpost here that is inactive. So we're going to rebuild this. Get that up and running. The other 2 planets, of course, we have a weak magnetic field and extreme cold. Not much we can do about that one at the moment. But this is another potential either science location or rare earth location. It seems like rare earth is what we're kind of looking for. This is going to have to be something to keep in the back of our heads as we tour around. Now, Babib, extreme radiation, extreme cold. Not much we can do there at the moment. Leok, we do have 1 research outpost here already. Ixe, what do you got? You are all full up of buildable locations, which I think we're utilizing pretty well. Of course, we have Fokir, and Fokir here is, not touched. And we have quite a few locations which would be beneficial. Extremely beneficial. Or exactly what we're looking to correct. So, there is, which location was it? Hostile wildlife here. If we get rid of hostile wildlife, we should be able to grow larger than just an outpost, which is good. But for now, everything here is going to be industrial. Make sure we get our rare earth veins. Focus down first. We don't have the power. But power plant should come online shortly. That's kind of an oversight on our part, I guess, eh? Whoops. Our part, my part. Oversight on my part. This is hollow, high gravitational pull. Not really useful to us at the moment, aside from maybe population. And of course, there's this system, which we're already aware of and have been looking at and working in. Again, 5 turns to get everything up and running. That's going to be a little painful, but it is what it is. Vier, high gravity. And of course, Annaba. Not really much there. So, I think that will probably be a turn. Go ahead and end that one. See exactly how far along the line we get. Power plants will come online first, which would be good. Build this back up again. As you can see, our short-term happiness is dropped again because our power is down. What a delicate balancing act. Excuse me. What a delicate balancing act this is going to be. Trying to find that middle ground. Is what it is. That's all right, as long as we don't actually wind up progressing too far sideways. Oh, and we're going sideways. Welcome. We wanted to discuss the situation of the portal. I'm trying to fix it. Why didn't you send a delegate to the Earth War Council then? I thought we did. What is with the portal? Reed! Oh, Reed. Reed did this. The portal is down. It was sabotage. Sabotage? Are you sure? Absolutely sure. Can you get it open? We too would like to send troops through when the time comes. I bet you would. We might get it open, but it's going to be difficult and expensive. I understand that. And the thing I'm underlining here is that we could use some help with it, if you really are interested in it being usable again. We understand. We will provide you with all the resources we can spare. We know we haven't appeared to be the most trustworthy ally lately, but we recognize the importance of this. Maria, where's Reed? Excuse me? I don't know. Harry? No, I don't know. I expected him to be here. Why? Something's wrong. Over a dozen of our intelligence hubs have gone silent, I just heard. Oh, no! Not rebels! Oh, not now, not rebels. Communication problems? No. They're receiving everything we transmit, they just choose not to respond. How about military communications? Are they suffering from a cutoff too? Lane, check for the military HQ if they've encountered communication problems. Should we stop this meeting? You seem to have your hands full. Maybe we should. More than half our fleets aren't responding, and some are mobilizing without orders. You have no idea of Reed's location? No, all the records are missing, or they've been removed. You know what this is starting to look like? Yes, Reed has an enormous sway among the military, and here whoever commands the military rules everything. This is a coup. Seriously, you think Reed would do that? He's been acting far too independent lately, probably been setting this up. That man is a goddamn gambler to the end. Remember him talking about thinking for ourselves? Now that idiot thinks he should think for everyone. Miss Yurik, Director, you should evacuate immediately. We don't know how large scale this rebellion is, and we shouldn't risk your safety in any way. I think you should come with us for your own safety. Thank you for your offer, but we're not running away. You always stay in the danger when you wouldn't have to, Miss Hartley. It's not about me. Not then, not now. It's a strategic decision. We must act like nothing was wrong. Running away would sway all the undecided troops to Reed's side. I understand. Good luck and stay in contact. Keep us informed. We will. Goodbye. And so begins the rebellion. Oh no. Oh no. This is a mess. Well put, Mr. Lorenz. What is? Remember the science team we sent to assist our scientists? The planet they were working on, Shioko, there has been a rebellion. Our science team is being held as hostages. Ah! Oh, no. What? Well, this is a fucking mess. Told you, there are some very important people stuck in there. People who we really need back. Dara's leadership contacted us since our people are on the line here. They would like to intervene with their fleets, and that is exactly the reason why the rebels have taken high-profile hostages, like our people. Tell them to stay away from there. These people are more important than a planet. I can understand why they're itching to act in some way. They too have occupied quite a number of male-stricken populated planets, and if they appear powerless in this situation, it'll stand as a blueprint for anyone hoping to rebel against them. That is their problem. If only it was. But failure in handling the situation will impact our populations too. This will become public soon. What can we do? We need to talk to their leaders, convince them not to invade the place. Oh. We need our people back, but we can't show weakness. I agree. Dr. Lorenz and I will go meet with them about this. Dr. Lorenz? Are you sure he's the best suited person for negotiating this? Excuse me, Miss Yurik. I come from the business world. I know how to be polite. Well, maybe if you try. Just remember to try. Some of those hostages are my subordinates. They are crucial for the functionality of our science department. I need to explain that to them. Very well. Yay. Let's rite of passage has expired, which is fine. Power's right through the roof again. Rare earth facilities done, and the other 4 are power plants. Good. Damn it. We got fleets here at Shioko. Right here. What do we have in the immediate area? Do a hot swap of fleets. We'll bring our heavy hitting fleet up. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to pull back the main fleet? Is that a good idea? It might make more sense if things splinter. Pincer. Like, these guys are going to be hard pressed here to do anything about this. They should be able to. And the main fleet could just power ram everything back through here if need be. And of course we got these guys to worry about too. Where is Reed? Where is Reed? Why are you here? Hi. You are not mine. Oh, buddy, here we go. We have defensive stations set up here? We do. Well, that's a plus. Somewhat. Well, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Who makes the first move? I might have to lock everything down. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Music doesn't help. All right, what do we got? Did you hear the news already? No. There's a coup or rebellion happening inside the 1st Expeditionary Fleet. It's probably led by Admiral Reed. What? We were just there? Oh, no, she wasn't there yet. Bloody hell, that man has crossed so many lines that I can't keep count of them. A coup? Seriously? Seems quite certain. Right now, it's still unclear which units will take which side. He's been going in this direction for a long time. I warned him about it quite a while ago. He doesn't seem like a man who's easily swayed by other people's reasoning. In a word, an idiot. Perhaps. This is an unfortunate turn of events. We needed the U.S. strong and stable right now. Excuse me, we're receiving a transmission from... It's from the Pegasus Republic. Ugh. Is that Reed? Must be. To be honest, that sounds just like him. Can you imagine a more grandiose name than that for your mutiny? I'll play it now, if you don't mind. This is Admiral Reed speaking. I have just done what I think was the right thing to do. For a change, our citizens should think about themselves instead of a lost cause. This is not the first time in our history when a colony realizes it exists only to be exploited. Just like the 13 colonies did in 1776. The Pegasus Republic declares itself an independent and free state. We've cut the connection to our former overlords from Earth. Use this chance. Sincerely yours, Acting President Samuel Reed. Oh, wow! Somebody's been hopping their own farts here.
It's always the stab in the back that hurts the most. Reed's delusions had reached another level, and his troops followed him. But we would get back up, repair the sabotaged portal, build a new one. We hadn't come this far, only to give up.
Well, now we know. We've cut the connection to our former overlords from Earth. Do you understand this the way I do? Yeah, the sabotage was part of his plan. You think I once looked up to this man? He's not only dooming himself, his men, and his country, he's trying to doom the whole species of ours. He doesn't even seem to realize that. The Pegasus Republic. That sure is pretty grandiose. This republic of his is a mockery of democracy, of every democracy and republic ever. He has you pretty worked up, Miss Ferron. Well, I admit, he has. I'm just disappointed beyond words and worried. That is understandable. I was hoping we'd come to some terms with Reed if his coup turned out to be successful. But this, we are not negotiating with those responsible for sabotaging the portal. That would be treason. We are not negotiating. They made us their enemies. I agree. Reed will not succeed. We'll make sure of that. I will make sure of that. Don't take it too personally. Not too personally, but appropriately personally. Is this one of those one of us will have their head on a pole moments? It is. Figuratively speaking, of course. Welcome, Director of the Zeus-Link Fleet and Dr. Lorenz. It's unfortunate we meet under these kinds of circumstances. I am Admiral Gretel Mordan. I know. Most unfortunate, but thank you. This here is Minister Elazar Ben Haim. Nice to meet you. Likewise. And you must be Ibrahim Al-Hajir. Yes, it's a pleasure, Dr. Lorenz. The current approach to planetary atmospheric research is ingenious. Someone could even say groundbreaking. Without this incident, I'd say that I'm glad we decided to deepen our cooperation in this field. Well, thank you. It was all about taking the reasonable possibilities of the alteration of atmospheres into account. That has broadened the spectrum remarkably, especially in the systems beyond the Melstrekath Confederation. That part of the galaxy promises. As Dr. Lorenz mentioned, there is an incident we need to solve. You can engage in scientific discussion when this is dealt with. I suppose so. So, a small, well-prepared group of insurgents led by an ex-Roar commander, Ashor Roar, apparently part of the Roar family, staged a coup that has turned into a full-scale rebellion. The population of Shioka was very quick to support Ashora. She's a part of the former ruling family of the Roar? No wonder you see this as a legitimate action. Since you let a member of the Roar family run free, what were you thinking? We saw no reason to persecute the less important members of the family. We tried hard not to appear as occupiers enforcing a police state here. We've done everything in our power to please the populace. It looks like there's just no pleasing them. We are conquerors and foreigners here, Minister Ben Haim. Nobody's going to like us, no matter what we do. I'm just going to sit back and let him talk. I don't know. We formed multinational local councils with autonomous powers, endorsed local governing practices whenever possible, given the individuals even some high positions in our administration. And we get this. They want the old times back. You think you'd hate the Melstrekath ruling Earth, no matter how nicely they'd rule it? We're going to let them talk still. We're playing a long game here, Dr. Lorenz. It's not that different from what this is like among humans on Earth. You're not going to pacify an occupied territory in just a year. It takes time. I can see that. But in the short term, I think we could use a little more boot and a little less roses here, don't you think? And you're not going anywhere. Can't you count on the presence of your navy in the future too? Maybe. Or maybe not. We'll discuss that later. In any case, it's not a very stable situation, if only a military presence is keeping all of our systems from revolting. It does reap reward in the end, Dr. Lorenz. We're trying to build something that can last, but if we mess this up, it all comes down and every Melstrekath in the galaxy will see us as violent and uncaring conquerors. carnage of any kind wouldn't be good PR, that's for sure. Using some force would be the fastest way to solve this, nevertheless. I've understood that our inactivity doesn't look good either. Yes, it doesn't look good. But no, we cannot just land there. Unless we are ready to sacrifice all the people in the service, we cannot use force openly. You must not endanger our people that are being held as hostages. They are a very, very important and irreplaceable team. We're not planning to endanger them. I suggest we try solving this cleanly. We don't need to take back the streets. We'll just need to remove the leadership. We should contact them first. See if there's a peaceful solution to this. Really? There's a point in that. Contacting them doesn't remove the other options. It would indeed buy us time to prepare. We can't wait for months, but we need a few weeks to prepare in any case. You all talk like contacting them is just a trick, but I genuinely believe there's a possibility for a peaceful solution. Maybe. We'll see. We'll try to establish contact with a show or a roar. So they've declared war against the First Expeditionary Fleet and against the Daras. That's fine. To be expected. Yeah. Director, bloody hell with that, Hartley. And I'm not sure if I'm saying that as a compliment or not. If you are, that is quite a compliment. I guess it is. She always stays right in the middle of it all, like a goddamn martyr. She doesn't care about her own safety one bit. The last time I saw her was in Nove Bruno, and I was dead sure it was going to be the last time. When my division retreated, she insisted on staying in the southern districts with her team to gather intel and to attempt some guerrilla hit and run. You think her decision was right? Last time? No. This time? Perhaps. I suppose it all depends on which side of the majority of the US troops end up choosing. Hartley was right in that staying sends a better message to them than running away. At least when she's reckless, she puts herself first in line to suffer the consequences. That seems a bit naive. Well, maybe. But I have to admire that a bit, nevertheless. Are you saying I should do that more too? Lead from the front? No, I'm not. It can be both admirable and not the smartest thing to do. I respect and trust what you're doing just the way you're doing it. You've earned that. Just look at how seriously we take your opinions. Speaking of your opinions, I think you were right the last time we talked like this, you remember? You said one should be prepared to make sacrifices for the sake of the bigger picture. When you think about it, acting out of emotional righteousness can be pretty selfish. Like you're buying yourself mental peace at the price of the bigger picture. I'm going to keep that in mind. I think this is the last time I'm going to bring up this Nove Bruno issue. Well, it was only my personal opinion, nothing more. An opinion is what I asked for, not the eternal truth. I'll need you to gather a bit more wisdom still before I start asking you for that. Oh, thanks, I guess. That's fine. Good news. Research is done. Let's focus a little bit on magnetic shielding, can we? Can I also stack this? I can. Magnetic shielding and nanofinder habitats. That should go a long way to solving some of our issues. In the meantime, I love seeing these numbers go up. We are going to build another outpost. But we're probably going to have to wind up building another solar harvester, at least one more. And probably the best spot for it is going to be Zaka, seeing as how we have to hold Zaka no matter what. Nope. Zaka's not going to be the best spot for it. There's no locations. We have a couple here. However, this is a black hole. Which would be good for a black hole reactor. Oh, bloody. I got some research to do. How about here? Yes, we do have a couple of locations. We do solar harvesters. It's going to cost us a little bit of our rare earth materials, but balancing this out for our energy production will be beneficial in the end. All right. While we're here... Oh, I can build a Schumann. That is 275 health and 240 damage. 60 DPS. What are you? Significantly more... Or... The Schumann's better. Way better. Base combat power of 12. Hell yeah, buddy. That's gonna have to wait a turn. What happens now is anyone's guess. Hopefully nothing. Oh, there we go. Ah! Oh, no! They're extremely powerful. Ooh. We need our main fleet. We need it over here, and we need to hit these guys right now. I don't think we're going to have enough to break them. We go no means, or no retreat, and hold the line. We'll see if we get lucky. Because at this point, I want to cause as much damage as humanly possible to this main fleet of theirs. Woohoo! As much damage as we can cause. Yeah. Not enough. Not nowhere near enough. Damn, those artillery ships of theirs. Those hurt. A lot. A lot of a lot. We sunk one ship. Woof. One ship. Maybe two? Man. Yeah, we need the main fleet over here. Yikes. On the flip side, Tofao clan moved quick. So that's good, I guess. We lost one system. They went off to Sud? They went on to Sud. Lost one system, lost an admiral. Isn't that the worst thing in the world? Thank you for coming. We have a communication channel with Ashore Roar, and she's apparently willing to negotiate with us. So we're just going to hear her demands, right? We're not promising anything without further discussion. Yes, of course. Don't worry. Are we ready? Please patch Ashore through. Humans, is this the leader of yours? We have the leaders of both Alma Stamata and the Zeus Link fleet present here, Ashore Roar. Good. I will not go into complicated and unnecessary details. We want independence for Shioko. Oh, only that. You're setting the bar pretty high here, Ashura. You asked what we want. This is what we want. You do realize you may be asking for the impossible. Many said that revolution in Shioko would be impossible, and we achieved that already. We've got the will. I know. Yet asking for the impossible will likely mean that our negotiations will be short and unfruitful. You're experienced in politics, Ashura. You know that just giving you what you want is something we can't do. We cannot give in to unilateral demands of a self-proclaimed state. Admiral Modan is speaking sincerely here. If you want to negotiate at all, you need to have something even remotely acceptable to offer. Otherwise, this is all pointless. And should our negotiations break down, well, I don't underestimate the will and the courage of your troops, Ashura Roar, but there's only so much you can do with just that. We will need to make an example of you. If you are ready to hold back for a while, I will review my negotiation position. See how many concessions we would be prepared to make in order to avoid more bloodshed. We appreciate your willingness to cooperate. We'll get back to you soon. And hung up. So, we didn't get anywhere. We should just get this distraction over with. We did get somewhere, Ibrahim. This is the kind of negotiation. This is how this kind of negotiation always goes. You can't expect a miraculous solution overnight. If you are ready to hold back for a while, I will review my negotiating position. See how many concessions we will be prepared to make in order to avoid more bloodshed. We appreciate your willingness to cooperate. We will get back to you soon. This is... That looped. That was weird. Excuse me. What to do? What do we got for options? We didn't get anywhere. We just get this distraction over with. Let's play along for now, but be ready for the sweep. Or we didn't necessarily need to commit to anything yet. We don't necessarily need to commit to anything yet. We can secretly prepare for action while keeping the dialogue going on. This might be the better option. That's the smartest direction. We can see what she can offer, all while preparing to hit them. Unless she wants to hit me first. So right now, we will remain in contact with Ashura. We'll also prepare for a rescue operation, just to be sure. I think so. Though it will not just be a rescue operation. We will take her down, too. Even if we have to resort to violence, wouldn't it look better if she survives? I didn't mean necessarily killing her. We'll hit her headquarters, remove the leadership of the rebellion, then do some showcase flyovers, fire a few warning shots, and see if Shioko will start becoming a fertile ground for cooperation again. You have this pretty well planned already. We've had it planned since the day Ashura's rebellion began. I believe we would like to participate in the potential rescue operation to make sure our people get out unharmed. Not as a sign of mistrusting your special forces, but to let yours prioritize Ashura. We understand. We'll wait for Ashura to contact us again. Meanwhile, please move the team here that you want to send down there, if it comes to that. Shoot, I don't have any special ops teams right now. Dear colleagues, the situation has become clear in all of its outrageousness. More than half our fleets and systems went with Reed. This coup failed to take over the whole first expeditionary fleet, but it still might eventually do that. We'll fight back, but we won't be able to help you anytime soon, and it's more like we could use your help. Let's discuss this. We are prepared to do what we can, Officer Hartley. Officer Hartley has provided us with all the information they have on Reed's rebels. Quite a bit of their army flipped to his side. This doesn't improve our strategic situation at all. No, his republic is military strong, and there's no doubt he will want to make our disconnect to Earth permanent by capturing the portal we are repairing. It's good that we started constructing the parts for the second portal in multiple locations. They should probably be safe from Reed for now. Preventing him from getting to the portal should be our highest priority. At the very least, that. I strongly recommend that we should take back what the US fleet has lost to Reed. His mere existence is a risk to us. I do agree. Us getting the portal working again would be good for his cause. Wouldn't be good for his cause, sorry. He's trying to make the circumstances force our hand, and we're not letting him or them do that. Yes. How do you want to approach this war, Director? I think we might have to take the war to Reed, to be completely honest, but I don't think the U.S. fleets will stand much of a chance. We will take the war to Reed. No Reed, no threat to the portal. Very good. I will inform Officer Hartley that we are planning a military intervention to take some pressure off of them. Also, there's the matter of Darius. Reed wasn't lying when he said they're leaving us on our own. They really are sending almost everything they've got to the Golden World project out there somewhere. It's disappointing, but somewhat understandable. They've likely picked a good one. Understandable or not, it weakens our position even further. One of our allies is fighting rebellion, and the other one is just clearing off. I don't think that Darius would have provided us with much strategic support anyways. The problem is not their lack of help, it's their lack of presence. They've already evacuated many systems, and the native population of those systems have taken over again. Some friendlier to humans and many considerably less friendly. Well, that adds some undesirable instability to our backyard. We may need to direct some of our forces to pacify the systems Darius has left uncontrolled, if possible. If you do know what this pacifying sounds pretty ominous, LOL deal. It needs to be done one way or another. We can't have hostile macro alliance forming up there. We need to intervene long before then. There are some rising anti-human sentiments all around the Pegasus Galaxy, for understandable reasons. There have been signs of radicalization among the Tamanin population as well. Why right now of all times? We look weak. From the outside, we look as united friends of the Tamanin Empire after the death of Eden and Solik. The Americans fighting themselves, Darius running away, and we having our portal down. We really, really look weak. But are we really that weak? Is the opportunity they think they see a real one? Internally, we're not. It's more about the circumstances around us that have taken a turn for the worse. What do these Tamanin radicals want? Revenge? To overthrow us and to restore an imaginary great and flawless Tamanin empire. They'll eventually realize that the empire wasn't that flawless, but they'll find out only if they manage to drive us away first. We faced worse than this. We'll just have to stay focused on what matters, unlike our allies. Yeah, it's all up to us now. So it seems. Well. Yay? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, we got us some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. First thing we're going to need is a new admiral. What do you have? Increases damage to cruisers by 10% and damage of all units by 5? This gentleman here is going to be our best bet. I'm a little curious as to why I can't get my tier 2 cruisers. I did unlock those. Maybe it's got something to do. What's built in system? Mainly, I don't have a shipyard here. And that might be a thing we have to do, because I know we have... Where is it? We have a fleet base here. And a ground shipyard. But I can't do anything with it. Not yet. And I needs my level 2 stuff. Unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am. There's deep space repair, mobile defense stations. I don't think I'm missing much of anything. Oh, there we are. That's good to have. +2 rare earth extraction, yes please. Black hole reactors, even better. And research stations. Wow, and true AI is just absolutely wonderful. But also not something we have readily available anytime soon. Yikes, that is... Damn, that is actually really good. Holy crap, okay. Where is... We don't have anything here. No shipyard here. Yeah. Well, we're going to have to wait a turn and see if we can actually go ahead and build something there. Now, in the meantime, we do need our main fleet. We got some people to punch right in the face here as soon as possible. 1, 2. We'll keep you right there. We'll get that Schumann flagship in place. Oh, that might have been a mistake. That used up a lot of our... Yeah, used up 100 of our rare earth metals. That's wonderful. We'll do one more turn. Oh, things are not going well here in the Pegasus Galaxy. Oh my goodness. Not well at all. Where did Reed get to? So we are going to end up rescuing our people ourselves? Well, I do trust that your people are not going to fare worse than the Darius Special Forces. Oh no, just you wait until you see my people in action. I would personally prefer not seeing the action. Yes, well, I do. And I prefer going to Shioko as well to personally lead the operation. If you believe that's the most efficient way. This is my area of expertise. It absolutely is the most efficient that way. As long as you don't take any unnecessary risk, Carolina. I never do. So, we will need to move an operative unit to the Shioko system in preparation for further negotiations. That does feel a little two-faced. This is how diplomacy works. You must never let it be your only alternative, or you're going to get robbed in the negotiations. Speaking of that, what's our actual stance on negotiations? A peaceful solution might look like a superior alternative. But Malstreka through insurgents getting peaceful concessions through violent rebellions isn't a good precedent. True. The whole galaxy has their eyes on this situation. There's going to be an example, however it'll end. Oh. Be ready for failure, but pursue a negotiated solution. It doesn't hurt to try. Unless it hurts to try. Welcome. I'm sorry we were meeting about something like this. We failed to realize what he was up to, and we completely failed to prevent it. This really went under your radar all the way to the coup? It did. He was playing this game of his for quite a while, apparently. We've now tracked the suspicious communications between him and many key officials from as far as 6 months back. This was no sudden whim of his. He's been forming up his case for a long time, and many of our people believed him, especially in the military. They've been risking their necks for him for years now. They've had time to listen if they wanted to. Reed gained their trust first through actions, and only then he brought in the words. I've got to say that he gained our trust that way too. He was always kind of frighteningly passionate, but he really did his job well, until now. And then your troops outsourced all their brain activity to him. He's been feeding biased information down his chain of command for a long time. They've been brainwashed. We never realized we need to supervise our own military high command. I get that. This let's abandon the Earth idea of his is pure madness. Just as mad as he is, if we ever get him into our hands, he'll pay. Through the appropriate legal procedures, of course. But this is quite obviously treason, so he won't be getting off lightly. He won't be getting off alive. I can imagine he won't. But the reason we invited you here, to put it very bluntly, we're losing the war against the Pegasus Republic. Reed took almost all his veteran commanders with him, and the majority of the rank-and-file field troops too, who follow their superiors. So, unless you're able to intervene further, we are most likely on the verge of defeat. We're holding on to Avik, and assaulting it would be more than Reed's fleets are able to do now. But that's it. We've dug in there and we're waiting for him to finish us off. So, especially considering our earlier lack of cooperation, we are in no position to demand anything from you. So we are simply asking, for the sake of our effort to save the Earth. Help us. If it's all you can do, secure Vik. If we lose that, we're done. I will send a fleet there as soon as possible. Thank you. How big of a fleet do I have to get to Vik? What is here? There's a fleet of 40. We don't have an operative. Where is a good spot for us to build an operative building is going to be right here, because it's the only spot we actually have anything available. Anything even remotely close to an open space. Let's get our intelligence bureau up and running. It'll take 2 turns. Trip mines are coming in nicely. Oh man, the fact that we have to go back and secure our own backyard is absolutely... I would love to say it was unexpected, but it wasn't. Keep a fleet in bow just to keep an eye on things. I don't think that fleet has to stay there anymore, I hope. Fingers crossed. Man. You know, we're gonna have to go against the Ika clan here. Gonna have to be something. Gonna have to be something. All right, one more turn. Oh no. That'll give us just enough time to get the main fleet to the location. And if they sack that, I have no idea what we're gonna do. No idea whatsoever. I would love my tier 2 ships that I researched. Ah, yes. The anti-human movement is emerging. Sir, our Tamanan allies have warned us that there's ever-growing anti-human sentiment among the Tamanan population. Our options to do anything about it are quite limited, but if you want, we can use some funds to do some charity and such, to show we're not all bad. You know, it worked last time. We're going to put up a show of goodwill. Yikes, that's a big old stack of ships. I think it's safe to say we're probably unprepared to deal with that kind of firepower here. So what is here in system? We got 40, 98, 224. We have just enough to maybe cry a little bit. That's all we got. We have nukes. And we have missiles, and they're going to have the exact same. They're going to have nukes and missiles as well. Those Artemis missiles are disgusting. Yikes. Ay, 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 ay. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Well, not much for a cliff. How about we go ahead and set up us a cliffhanger, eh? We're hitting about time here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show so far. Things are not looking up very well here in the old Pegasus Galaxy, but we'll see what happens. If you're interested to see how this turns out, I guess you might as well have to swing on by next time and see what happens. I guess it's going to be this Friday. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Have yourselves a good one, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode.